to raise the bar. We're all links in the chain. Yeah, not all the same. We've got each other's backs, 'cause we're only listening to the facts. Isn't it a big world? But we can cause some trouble. Forever freedom doesn't mean I'm a rebel.
Getting sold to sanity here at the beach, stand on my feet. There's no place that I would rather be than getting.
Hey friends, welcome back to another session of Crafting with Patti Bee. I'm Patti, in case you didn't know. Anyway, today we're going to do some work with interactive cards. This is something that I've been doing at the at my Art Buddies Club and has been pretty popular. So I thought maybe I'd show you guys too. And today's theme, if you want to have a theme, is Mother's Day. So here's an example of the card that we're going to make. And this is called a belly band that goes around it. And this is a gatefold card. And I think I've shown this card before. So when you open it, it has these sliding doors that expose the message. Looks complicated to make. Little tricky, but really not that complicated. Here's one that I made for Easter. Again, it has a belly band, which is really just a piece of paper with a little emblem on the front to keep it closed. And this one shows a bunny. So yeah, I have instructions. So we can, I can mail them to you if you want. We can go by the instructions, or I can just do it and show you the process so you don't need the instructions, maybe, hopefully. Where did my phone go? Hold on. There we are. I don't know why my phone shut off. Crazy. Anyway, okay. So these are the directions. It's kind of 2 pages long and has some illustrations about what we're going to do. So what you need for this is a 65-pound weight piece of cardstock, or you could use one of these card bases, you know, that you get that's already pre-folded, and you'll be covering up the center anyway. So what you could do with this is you're going to, you know, fold it so that it becomes a gatefold instead of a card like that. But to make one without that, we're going to take a piece of cardstock and we're going to cut it down. So let's see, I need to put this down so you could see better. Okay. If I do upside down, I think it works better for seeing. Okay. So I want my card to be a 5x7.
Oh, your head is cut off. There we go. Okay.
Okay, but then can you see the what I'm doing?
Yeah, I could kind of see it. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, my phone keeps shutting off.
Oh no.
Working.
I hope you don't have any apps running in the background.
Not that I know of, Stan. Hold on. Can you see me now? No.
I could see you, but I mean, you're frozen on my screen.
Okay. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Can
Oh,
you
there
can
you
you
go.
see me now?
Yeah, just do it like leave it like that. That's fine. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have never had that happen before, so that's new. All right. So in order to make a 5x7 card, I'm going to need a piece that is 10 inches long. So I'm holding this long ways and I'm cutting it at 10. I've got it up to the 10 on the side, and I'm going to just cut that down to 10 inches. And then I'm going to turn it the other way and cut it at 7 inches. Now I end up with a piece that is 10 by 7. And this is going to allow me to fold it at 2.5. I'm going to put a crease in it with the scoreboard. And I'm not going to press too hard. And then again, yeah, 7.5. Whoops. Okay. And that gives me 2 scores. So and when I fold it in the middle, they should meet. Like that. And if they're a little bit off, you can just rearrange the paper a little bit and refold it. So if we were going to do it with this one, which is the regular folded card stock, we're also going to score that at 2.5 and at 7.5. And we're
Can't hear you now. You're
Can you
frozen.
hear me?
Okay, now you're back. Okay, good.
My phone keeps shutting off. I don't know why. That's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to figure that out. So anyway, what I did was I took the card that goes in half and I scored it at 7.5 and at 2.5. So now it folds in the middle. And you have that crease in the middle, but we're going to ignore this crease. So if you want to use a cardstock that you already have that's pre-folded, that's another way to do it. I'm just going to burnish these edges. And that gives us a gatefold card of 5 by 7. Okay. You really probably want to use a 65-pound weight cardstock because thicker cardstocks tend to break. They, it's made out of fiber, tree fiber, right? So it can crack and break if it's more like cardboard.
I just wanted to let you know that MM and
Oh, hi. Thanks for
Nora
coming.
McKenna is watching.
So here's one that I started, and I've decorated the outside panels, and I haven't done the inside yet. So I thought we would do something similar to that. So what I need now, maybe I should start with the other sides. Okay. So which one do I need? I'm going to use this one. Okay. So what I need is 3 panels for the inside of this card. Right? I need one for the middle and one for each panel on the side. So they're going to be cut smaller than that dimension. So the inside panel, with the card folded, if you measure the inside panel, it's going to be 5 inches, right?
Maddie's here too now.
Hi, Maddie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the inside papers at 1/4 of an inch less than 5. And then, well, this card is 6.5 instead of 7. So we're going to go with 6 1/4. And that's going to give us our inside panel for this card. And it'll give us a border.
Okay, hit
That's
your
pretty
phone
even
again.
all the way around of about 1/8 of an inch.
Tap your phone again the way you, because
I hear you.
it's frozen. Okay, there you go.
So I can glue that in the middle. And this, of course, is my favorite glue. It's the art glitter glue with the metal tip. And the reason I love this glue is because it comes out in a very fine amount and it sets up pretty fast. It doesn't saturate the paper. And it's a little pricey, but it goes a long way. Okay, so now I have the inside. So now I'm going to cut for these 2 panels. So, again, I measure, and it's at 6.5. So I'm going to want a panel that is 6 1/4. And I'm only going to measure the flap. So let's see. Let's do it this way. So the flap measures 2.5. So I'm going to do this at 2.25. And I'm going to do that twice, one for each panel. So 2.25 and 2.25. So that's going to give us a panel that fits right inside. I could give you measurements for these panels, but cards come in different sizes. And I feel like when you know this little trick about not having to memorize, the fractions, that you can do it much easier, I think. I have a terrible memory, so I find that just works better, is to just go 1/4 of an inch shorter when I want to leave a border.
Maddie said she'll have to catch the replay. She has an appointment.
Maddie said what?
She has to catch the replay because she's got an appointment, so she
Oh,
can't.
she's got an appointment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Maddie. I hope it's a fun appointment. Something good. All right. So now for the outside, I'm going to do the same because those panels are the same. So I'm going to go at 2.25 and 2.25. So to make these cards, you really need to have some coordinating papers. Which I've gotten, I have some that I picked out that kind of go together, and then I just put them together as I go along. Sometimes I change my mind, like something better as I start doing it. I'm just going to have to keep tapping that phone, honey. So I figure out why, because it never did that before.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if you have any other apps running, or who knows. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now I have my insides and my outsides covered, and you can't see that crease. You can see it in the back of the card, but most people don't mind that, especially if you're giving it to a friend. It's one thing if you're selling it, then you might want to not have the crease in the back or put another piece of paper on the back to cover that. Okay, so now a tricky part is I have this little cutout that says, I love you, Mom. And I just printed it out on the computer, and then I cut it out with a punch. It doesn't have to be a circle. It could be a square. And what I'm going to do is it's going to go in the middle here. But I need a panel that goes on top of it. So I'm not going to secure it yet. I just need to know what it is that I'm going to put in there so that I can get that panel. So the panel, I'm going to cut this purple strip off first. Some papers come with this extra strip on the top, so that it's bigger than a 12 by 12. And it's just good to cut that and get it out of the way. Okay. So now I need one that's going to be 8 inches. Oh, wait. How tall is my card? 6.5. So I need 7.5 because I'm going to 7.5 by,
Oh, Nora said cool punch. That would be real handy. So, yeah, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it in the comments.
yeah, you know what? It's hard for me to hear again now. So 7.5 by 3.5. That's going to give you a piece that has a little bit extra, 1/2 inch on the top and 1/2 inch on the bottom. So what I need is my scoreboard. My score tool disappeared. Oh, now I could use this. Let me use this.
Where's your famous bone? Where's your famous bone thing? That bone thing? What do you call it?
Oh, this is really, really hard, honey.
Can't hear me?
No, I can hardly hear you, and my phone keeps shutting off.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So I put the piece onto the scoreboard, and I put it on backwards. And I'm going to score 1/2 inch at one end. I'm going to put it down so I can do it without running off the side. And 1/2 inch at the other end. So now I can fold those in. And that's how I'm going to attach it to the card. Yeah, I need, oh, here's my thing. I need, oh, I don't have that. All right. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to use a ruler and a pencil. So I want my opening to be smaller than this. So I'm just gonna measure this. I love you. And I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in about, let's see, that's 2.5. I want 2, so let's make that 1/4. So I'm gonna cut here and here. Right. So 3. So here 1/2, and then it's 3.5. So it's going to be, all right, let's go 3/4 of an inch in. And let's go 1/2. Something like that. Okay.
You're frozen.
So I rubbed in a
there you
I
go.
rubbed in a square with pencil, and I'm just gonna straighten that up. So as long as it's smaller than that circle, we're good, and it's centered, we'll be good. Yeah. You still see me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I think I'm
And
going
then
to
for
do this a
anyone
little
tuning
bit
in,
bigger.
anyone just tuning in now, she's making a Mother's
What?
Day card.
I'm sorry. Can you say that?
I just was telling the audience, for anyone tuning in, she's making a Mother's Day card.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Sandy. Yes, I am. So I made a square and I punched a little hole in there. And I'm going to take my scissor. And I'm going to cut corner to corner. So this is really the most tricky part, I think, is this piece here. So the reason I do that is because I find it easier to cut these tabs off now than trying to cut the square. Because these are the worst scissors in the world for this. Because they're big and they're chunky. And then the last one. Okay. There we go.
Okay, you're frozen again.
Okay, hold on.
I think it might be going into sleep mode or something. Okay, it's better. You just have to keep hitting it.
I'm just going to have to keep doing it, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so I can use glue or I can use my tape. And of course I use 3/8 inch tape because all of my folds are 1/2 inch. And plus the tape wasn't stuck. Huh. Hey, this is a day of not perfect. I got to tell you. Phone's not working. Volume I can't hear. Tape's not working. That's all right. You can go with it.
Well, did you have your coffee yet? Just coffee makes
Oh,
everything
you
better.
know what? Here's the thing. I did not sleep last night. Sometimes when you get older, this happens to me. I just skip a night of sleep. And then I had to go for blood work this morning. So I was fasting on top of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I probably haven't had enough coffee.
You need coffee and a pie.
I'm probably going to crash later on. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just stay up until midnight. All right. So I've got the tape up here and here's that little
Julie's
trick.
here. Julie from
Where
the
you
story.
just peel it off a little bit and, stick it up so you can grab it. So what I want to do is center this. I want to center this as best I can and as level with the top. And then I'll pull this off and then just stick the top on. I'm leaving the bottom flap open. Now, I can put my sentiment, which says, I love you, Mom, in there. Okay. So now I know where it is that I want it. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Make sure it's where I want it.
Julie and I had fun last night together. That was fun, Julie.
You guys had fun last night?
Yeah, we were in somebody's live stream together. Her and I were like cracking up. Me and she,
Oh, cool.
so much. It was so fun.
I'm glad to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so got my sentiment. Okay, I've got my sentiment in the middle of that space. Now we're going to put the magic doors on. So those are going to be, I'm going to make them gold. No, I'm not. I don't like the gold. I'm going to make them pink. So again, I'm going to cut off the top that comes on the paper because I don't need that. And it's perforated anyway, so if I fold it to use it, it'll come off. And now I need to cut a piece that's 7.5 by 3.5. I'm going to do the 3.5 first, so I don't waste this whole piece of paper. And then 7.5. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with the scoreboard. 1/2 inch on each end. Is fine. And I'm going to fold those in to the back side. I'm going to put some tape on each of those.
Okay, tap the phone again.
Okay. Thanks, hon. Well, this is frustrating to keep having to do that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. It's definitely, I think, a setting on your phone. It's
It
every
must, I
so
must,
many,
yeah, I guess.
like every
Maybe
so
I
many
did
minutes.
something while I was trying to figure out the volume.
Yeah, it's something in the settings. We'll have
So
to adjust.
I always squeeze the air out when I put the tape on, so that it doesn't dry out the tape. Okay, now I have to cut this in half. So this is 6.5. So that's going to be 3.25. No, it's 3.5, 3.25. There we go. Okay. So I cut this in half and I have 2 pieces. Now with my pencil and my ruler, I'm going to measure in 1 3/4, as close to the center as I can get it. Which is going to be right about there. Okay. And I'm going to do that with the other one. Measure in 1 3/4 from the folded, keep the edge folded in. And try and find
Julie
the.
said you're doing amazing. Do you know an Alfreda? Do you have anybody? Do you know Alfreda?
Do I what?
Do you have a friend named Alfreda?
Alfreda?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we have an Alfreda watching.
Welcome, Alfreda. Hooray. You picked a good show to come. Everything's going wrong today. But we persevere because you know what? It's okay. We can figure it. It's just paper. So what I did was I put a pencil mark and in the middle there, 3/4 inches in. And now I'm just going to cut from the corners in so that it makes like a little flag. Right? And I can just cut the other one the same. I'll just use that as my pattern.
Okay, Alfreda's Julie's friend. And Cynthia Weaver's here. Hi, Cynthia. She said, Cynthia said, what are we making?
Oh, what are we making?
Yeah.
We're making an interactive Mother's Day card. So, it doesn't have to be a Mother's Day card. It could be any kind of a card. Actually, showed an Easter card. It's going to be similar to this. This one says Happy Mother's Day. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. And holding these upside down, I want them to line up so that they cover that square, right? So that's whereabouts they're going to go. So I'm going to pull off the tape backing just a little bit, fold it over. And I'm going to put it up to the fold line.
We have Melissa Ann Kingery watching. Welcome in, Melissa.
Who?
Melissa Ann Kingery is watching. She just joined us, so I welcomed her. I wanted to welcome her. In. Melissa, her name's Melissa Ann Kingery.
I can't hear you, honey. Hold 1 second.
Okay. It's okay.
All right.
I just wanted to welcome the new guest.
Once I have this one on, I can pull the tab. So it's going to be like that. I just put it up to the score line so that when it folds over, it's attached to this outside edge, but it'll fold in. So I'm going to match that up on the other side as best as I can. So I do it kind of backwards. And okay. Out there. Pull the tape. Oh, I want it there. Okay. I want to make sure that it's not on that fold line. Okay. So now we have this, right? Pull this up and put these in.
It's all coming together.
It's coming together. It's almost done. So now what I'm doing is I pulled the tape off the bottom and I've attached that. Ooh. But we're not done yet. So we need a belly band.
I like the sound effects.
Huh?
I like the sound effects.
I love you, Sam. Oh
I
my
love you
God.
too.
I don't know how I ever let you leave home. Ah, anyway,
I was unstoppable.
you were unstoppable. I suppose
Nobody.
if I had kept you to myself, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have these gorgeous grandkids,
Yeah.
right?
Well, now I
Okay.
have two. Now I have two girls. So
Okay, that wasn't long enough. So now I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock at 1 inch. So this is just an 8.5 by 11. So this is 11 by 1 inch piece of cardstock. Same cardstock that we used for the card base. Could be it could be a decorative piece for sure. Could be like one of these. I could make that a belly band. So what I want to do now is kind of find the center, and I want to fold this over on both sides, kind of snug but not tight, because you want it to be able to come off. So when you put it together, you
Amity
want to
just
make sure
joined
you're
us.
leaving a little bit of room, right?
Welcome in, Amity.
And I'm going to just put some glue. And this is why I like this pointy glue, because I can put this point under here and just get enough glue. It doesn't really come out too much. Okay, so now I think I'm going to put a piece of ribbon on there. Yep. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle, kind of a straight line. Go around the back. Maybe put a little bit there, hold it in the back. This art glitter glue really works for just about anything that you have. Works on metal. It's not the best, for fabric, because you would have to use a lot for it to soak in. But for this, it's perfect. Okay, so now it's a little decorative. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, here we go. Feel like I'm doing a marathon.
You're
And
you're multitasking with your phone. The damn phone.
what?
The damn phone. You're multitasking, and the phone is interfering with your creativity.
I know, right? Okay. So
But it looks nice. It's coming out really nice.
I can
Wait, what?
put a butterfly.
Oh, pretty.
How about that? I think I like that.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah.
And you
It
can,
depends.
you can get things like this by just cutting them out of cards, greeting cards that you get. So I'm just going
Yeah.
to glue this down to cover that space up. Now, if I wanted to, I could put this on there. So there we have it. Take your belly band off. Well,
Wait, you call it a belly band?
yep,
Okay.
call it a belly band.
Julie said so much love added to make it.
it's pretty fun. I mean, even with everything going wrong, it's still fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there you go. I love you, Mom. Well, thanks, Sam. I love you too.
I love you, Mom.
Oh gosh. All right, so that's how we do
I
that.
wish I could make you a card like that, but I'm not good at that stuff like you. So I'll have to buy you one.
Yeah, you're talented in other ways, honey. You know what? Here's the thing. You don't have time. You got so much going on.
That's true.
But you can paint. You got style. You decorated that whole house.
I haven't even had time to paint. I have a painting for Julie. Julie, I got to talk to you about that painting.
You have a painting.
I painted Julie like a year ago, and I think I finally finished it. I was trying to find the time to finish it for her. It's her as the cowgirl.
Oh, honey, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I got to talk to her.
That's great. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. So don't throw your scraps away, because what you can do with those is collect them. And, when you get enough of them, you can start to make designs. So what you would do is just get like a piece of paper. I don't think I need a big sheet. Let me just cut this. Oh, here's a smaller sheet. All right.
You froze again.
So I'm going to cut this like, say, 4. Okay. The way you can start doing is you can just start gluing these on.
Tap the phone again.
Tap the phone again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to need coffee after this, I'll tell you what.
I need coffee too. I'm sipping my coffee.
Wait, I have coffee.
Oh, good. Yes, we need coffee today. Today is a coffee day.
Probably should have a glass of wine, but that'll just put me to sleep, and then I'll be up again all night.
Oh, no. Yeah. Hi,
So,
Melissa.
So anyway, what I was saying is, if you save your scraps, you can just glue them on and just keep going and then cut them off. So then you have a piece of decorated card. Do I have other scraps here? Yes. Okay, so here. So you just cut them straight. You glue them on, and you can make little patterns and stuff. And then when you're done, you just, cut off the excess that's sticking off the edges. And that looks pretty good. It's pretty fun too. Oh. All right. So I just want to show you another. How much time do we have?
We have about 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll just show you another way that I would do a card. Like a regular card. So let's say we have a piece of card like that. And then if I put, it's going to go again. So I always build in layers, right? So I had this little picture, and I loved it. And I want it on a card, but it's going to get lost, right? You're not going to see it. So I found a piece of purple. That looks pretty good, but it needs something. So I cut it 1/4 of an inch shorter, smaller. smaller, quarter of an inch all the way down. Now I've got 3 layers and it's becoming something. It's not so little anymore. And then I got these from Timo, and they're just like lace doilies paper. So then if I was to put that into the middle, I get that, which could then go on, and that would make another nice card.
That's pretty. I love the lavender.
If mom likes those colors, or she likes butterflies, or if you have a friend that likes that. But so what I wanted to say is, just find something that speaks to you. The colors, the picture, whatever it is. And just because it's small, just keep going with it. And just cut it at quarter of an inch increments so that it'll fit. Right? Then it becomes something.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. I like the colors.
So I'm showing you these things because as we get further down the road, we're going to actually make an interactive photo album, which has lots of different steps to it and lots of different things that we can do. But we'll work up to that. So basically, I'm showing you how to use the scoreboard, the paper cutter. This is my paper cutter that I love. This is a Fiskars. Has this fold out arm. If you have one and it's not a Fiskars, look and see if it's got an arm in the back you can pull out, because I didn't know this one came out for a long time, like a year. And then one day, I don't know, I had it upside down and I said, this looks like it pivots. So I pulled it and I thought I was going to break it, but I didn't. And so that's how I can do up to 12 inches. Like that. I think Stamping Up has a really nice one that they're selling now that does both scoring and cutting. But I don't know how much it is. If you know anybody that does Stamping Up, you might even be able to find a dealer online, a demonstrator. And I don't know how much the blades are. Fiskars you can get in Joann's, you can get in Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you can get them on Amazon. And they're about 2 for $8. And they just pop in and pop out of this trap. So, what kinds of things should I bring when I come to visit, San?
Well, the baby wants to paint.
Ah, okay. All right. Maybe when I get there, I'll do an Amazon order.
Yeah,
And get some canvases and stuff for us to paint on.
But maybe
I'll bring. You know what? I could bring. Can bring the pillow covers, and we could make some pillow covers.
Yeah, she just has to be supervised because she'll get the paint all over everything.
It's all right. We'll be outside.
Yeah,
we could do it.
Oh, and Julie, she said she wanted to know. Have you ever tried the new Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream? It's really good.
No, I haven't.
Sounds good. I want to try it.
Huh. I've been trying the probiotic stuff.
Yeah.
A little pricey, but I don't know. They seem to work. At least they make me think so. It's probably a placebo effect, but
Oh, yeah. Julie said she remembers the big old paper cutters at work. They used to have to cut cardboard.
Yes. Well, I
I
do have,
remember.
and I have a guillotine, and you can get a guillotine cutter for sure. Um, I use both for sure. Um, the guillotine, if you're going to cut a lot of paper, like I put paper inserts in my cards, so I cut them down out of a regular computer paper. And so I do those in bulk. And you don't go through so many blades when you have a big cutter like that. And for the heavy cardstock, yeah, like I use the chipboard, and that's pretty thick. That's like medium weight chipboard when I start making the albums and the covers. So next time, I think what we'll do is make those little albums, those little books. So I can show you how to make the cover at least, and that'll get us headed in that direction if you want.
Yeah, I would like to send maybe when I send Julie that painting, I would like to send her one of those little books that she could put pictures of her mom in. The ones that pull out. She can put like all different pictures of her parents in there.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite colors, Julie? I know you love sunflowers. She loves sunflowers.
Oh yeah. Sunflowers. All right. Yeah. So you can you can use boxes, cereal boxes. You don't have to buy chipboard to make covers. You just want to maybe glue two sides together so it's kind of thicker. But yeah, I mean, really, you think about what I use today. It's glue, the tape, the scoreboard, a ruler, a pencil, and the cutter. Oh, and scissors. I used scissors.
Okay, Julie said turquoise and sunflowers and purple irises.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. I bet we can come up with something.
Yeah, so
I was making a lot of sympathy cards.
Yeah.
And then a couple of my friends needed graduation cards, so we made some of those.
Yeah.
And I hear that the girls in the club want to make Christmas cards and get started on that. So I'll probably be working on that too. But coming to see you, hon. Gonna spend some time.
Yes, we can't wait. And well, we're
Get a
running
list
out of
going of
time.
what we can do. Use me up.
We're overtime, so everyone can come watch the next episode. Number 6 will be airing on the first Friday of every month. So if you enjoyed today's show, tune back in the first Friday of every month if you want to catch Crafting with Patti Bee. Today we had to skip last week. We had to reschedule because last week.
Yeah, I couldn't get away from the tissue box, even with the Benadryl. So yeah, a little under the weather, but I'm good now. Good now. Thanks everybody for coming. I hope it wasn't too confusing with all the mishaps. And like I say, just don't sweat it. It always works out. It'll always figure itself out. And it's just paper. Nothing's perfect. Not even this phone.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching. We love you, and we'll see you the next episode.
Yeah, thanks. And if anybody has any ideas that they would like me to look into that they want to explore, let me know for sure. I'd be happy to look into stuff because I like spending time at Michael's.
Okay. All right.
And
Thank
on
you.
YouTube.
Oh boy.
Oh
Okay.
gosh. All
Thank
right,
you,
honey.
everybody. See
Thank
you next
you. Thank
time.
you, everybody. Have a good week. See you next.